Welcome to Blazing Balls, September 13th, 2024, where we blaze through today's other sports ball topics. This is the Blazing Baseball After Show / After Hours. Unfortunately, the Yanks are on Apple TV Plus, and so we are currently watching the Mets at the Phillies, and the game is tied 0-0, top of the fourth. Watching that over the Marlins at Nats. I do like the Marlins, but I feel like both of those teams aren't going to make the playoffs.
No.
So, in the game, the Nats are winning 2-0 over the Marlins right now. So, let's go Marlins. Slip it back up.
Yeah.
And
we got a football game going on.
Oh, yeah?
UNLV is playing the Kansas Jayhawks, and Kansas Jayhawks in Kansas are winning 7-0. I'm going to put that game on as soon as we get off.
That's nice.
Oh, that's fun. All right. I was watching the Texas State Bobcats. They call them the Cats now. They lost last night Arizona. That was a tough loss for them. They lost by a field goal at the end, but it was a great game to watch and fun. Went back and forth, back and forth. That's the way I like it. And it was one at the end. So anyway, they went down, they lost, but it was a good game.
Yeah, I saw the highlights of that one on SportsCenter this morning, and I like the Cats on the side of the home.
The Cats is cool,
and there was some big plays there, and it was a close game. And but at the last second, they had to put it back on at the very end, and we still lost though. Unfortunately, Texas State.
It was a close game.
Yeah,
but that was entertaining. So now we got tonight. After that, we got Arizona playing Kansas State. Oh, we got two good games tonight. Nice. So I'm going to be watching both of those games. That Arizona-Kansas State game looks like a good one too.
Yes. And so we got the Fortinet Championship going on live right now in the PGA Tour. Sorry if I mispronounce any names of those podcasts. It's in Silverado Resort and Spa. Excuse me, North Course in California.
Yeah, because the weather's good.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Purse is $6 million. At number 1 at -13, we got Kazire. Number 2 -12, we got Lipsky. Number 3 at -10, we got Spawn. 4 at 9, we got Kuchar.
Matt Kuchar, good.
Yep,
old guys in there.
Oh yeah, tied up 5 at -8 is Hoge, Fishburne, Campus, and we got plenty of other golfers too.
Yeah, I don't think the big guys are in that.
Well, we got Kuchar.
Yeah, Kuchar's in there. Yeah, Matt's in there, but I don't think Scotty's over there in that right now. I think those guys are taking a break. So if we look at who's playing the top teams, the top 10 teams, who are they playing? It's Georgia versus Kentucky in Kentucky. Then, of course, University of Texas is going to play the Roadrunners of Texas of San Antonio. So that's going to be a fun game. That's at 6 o'clock tomorrow at Darrell K. Royal Stadium here in Austin. The number 4 Alabama is going to play Wisconsin away at the Badgers. That's going to be a good game. And then you got Mississippi playing Wake Forest, and then Missouri playing Boston College, 2 ranked teams. And then Tennessee's going to play Kent. That's an easy win. And then Oregon's going to play Oregon State, which is going to be a good game. And then you got Miami against Ball State. But we always got to do the top 12 now. We can't do 10.
Shouts out to Burfer the Hobbit saying, hey, no offense, but y'all wearing Yankees and Astros cap during a Mets versus Philly game. Yep, that's us.
That's us. We get it wrong all the time. And then for the 11th ranked Utes, they're going to be playing against University of Utah State, okay? And then we got Oklahoma State's going to play Tulsa. And then Oklahoma's going to play Tulane, and LSU against South Carolina. Then Michigan is playing Arkansas State and Notre Dame's playing Purdue. Nebraska's playing Iowa. Florida State University is playing Memphis. And that's the top 20. There you go.
There you go. Are we rooting for a particular team is the question now. I feel like probably the Mets.
Oh, I always root for the Mets.
Yeah, we baby the Mets.
Oh, no. I'm from Jersey. I root for the Mets.
Yeah.
But I'm a Yankee fan.
Yep.
Of course. And the Phillies are really good, though. So Mets got their work cut out for them tonight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so in the WNBA live, we got the Sky at Lynx, Mystics at Dream, Storm at Wings, and Aces at Fever. Yesterday, the Liberty beat the Wings 99-67, and later today we got the Sun at Mercury. And so the big sports talk in the NFL yesterday, Bills beat the Dolphins 31-10.
Yeah.
And there was a comment, and I was thinking on it too before it was even mentioned, that basically the offense was not running fast. They should have been hurrying up at around before halftime to get a touchdown because they have to stay in the game.
Yep.
And I mean, put up at least 3. Obviously, the best thing to do and the thing that's still attainable is the 7 points. And so Mike McDaniels is calling timeouts seconds late. The whole offense isn't sprinting to the ball. And it was just crazy to see because my high school football team played with more urgency than the Miami Dolphins that day.
Lake Travis High School they were fast. You guys were super fast lining up.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
And so I feel like that just terrible football was being played because of that. And then also the Bills just looked crazy good. Like I've never seen the Bills look that they've always looked good, but they look really good right now. Yeah. Like the whole team's just clicking and gelling.
Yep. You got a great quarterback. And they're going to make the playoffs.
So I thought that was interesting. And then in the third quarter, we have Tua running forward. DeMar Hamlin tackles him. And then it is later from that one, he was what I learned today from Chris Canty on ESPN radio this morning. It's called fencing. Is if people get hit really hard, they'll extend their whole arms, basically lock out. So we were seeing that with Tua, and
he got hurt.
It's just the worst part of football, and so there's tough conversations going on because this is like his 5th concussion now, documented one or something along the lines of that. And
it's bad.
Yeah, and something that I'm still I haven't finished today's Pat McAfee show, but something that was mentioned on the Chris Canty one on Sportsmanlike. It was they were saying that Tua is a player that there's kind of been this. He's had this. We've seen him be injured terribly before with concussions.
Yes, bad.
And it became like a whole spotlight of things, spotlight on him because he got concussed really bad. And then a few weeks later, he went back in and got another major concussion.
Yep.
And that actually prompted the NFL to change the concussion protocol to make it, I suppose, longer,
stricter. Yeah. Well, they're trying to protect the players so that they don't have a brain injury, which is super serious. Now he shouldn't play anymore.
Okay, so that's the topic. That's the question is people like Antonio Pierce, the Raiders head coach. I saw a headline saying that he would advise Tua to retire from football.
Well, so would I. Well, but because you want him to have a healthy life, you don't want him to have brain damage.
Yeah.
He could be a sports announcer. He could be a coach. He can do something else that's meaningful.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
That's safer. I mean,
dude, and
being an NFL quarterback, you're the target of 11 guys trying to kill you every play.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And on Sportsmanlike this morning, Chris Kenny was saying, he has generational wealth. Okay. So it's kind of like, well, might as well then just retire then. Yeah. If you're gonna have because that's the other point Chris Kenny was talking about too. Like it kind of what basically he was saying was like it sounds like this guy is like more concussed than any other person. So it's just like we don't really know like what he's gonna be like
in the future
in like 15 years.
Right. Well, that's the problem. Right. Now, you got to take your health first. That's what I think.
Yeah, yeah.
He's a nice guy. I really like him. He's an incredible player, but
yeah,
enough's enough. I actually thought he was going to retire from the last one. So
yeah, and
I'm kind of surprised when he came back. And okay,
yeah, in 2020, a couple of years ago, that happened. So then he was out, but then last season he played all the games.
Yeah.
So it felt like, all right, like we're moving past this. But even on a routine shoulder drop tackle, he got concussed. So yeah, like probably is best to retire at that point. And on Pat McAfee show, they were talking about like it must be like hard for try to convince Tua, because like if you're a football player, you get back healthy, you just want to get back on the field.
Yep.
So he's probably like he may, after he can clear concussion protocol, may want to continue playing, and he probably didn't think his whole career would end too.
Well, the reason is he wants to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay. If he had already won the Super Bowl, he probably wouldn't come back. But, these are talented people that have incredible drive. And the goal is to win the Super Bowl, to lead your team to victory and be the world champs. So that's where he's going. And he wants to get that first.
Well, yeah, and then also the Dolphins are completely destroyed without him.
Right, they need him.
They don't have the backup came in, wasn't the guy.
Yeah, they got creamed.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I hope he's all right.
Yes, we are watching the game on WPIX. For the Hobbits.
Okay, that's New York. It's the New York station.
Yeah. We're not gonna put on the Philly one. Come on now.
Oh, Homer. 3-run blast by the Mets.
There we go.
Right.
Alvarez.
Hey, the Phillies got nice uniforms. They got their fun uniforms on though. That's really cool.
The MLB Night City Connects.
3-0.
Yeah.
5th inning. Yeah. I was at the old Shea Stadium. That was when there was the amazing Mets in 1969. Way back. They had Tommy Agee and Tom Seaver.
Yep. But yeah, going back to the Finns is I just feel like they had to be playing more urgent, and maybe that Tua wouldn't have to have been in that position where he had to carry the ball by himself and run forward. There was a pass play that was just destroyed anyway. So I'm just surprised of how bad the Dolphins looked. They looked good years before, and you can't play half-ass football and not expect to not get hurt.
Yeah.
If that's what's going to happen, if you don't go full speed, if your whole team, You got to go. That's what the Bills were doing.
Right.
Everyone on that team was going 100% full speed
Right.
and just destroying, knocking the piss out of the Dolphins.
Yeah.
And you don't want that to happen to you.
No, you don't want to be on the receiving side of that.
Yeah.
It's a violent sport.
Yeah.
And you got to be prepared. And they are, but you know what? It's so hard to survive in the NFL.
That's what I think too. So it's just it's like Tua, it's just like this is a unique scenario, and like even though like it would suck to retire because you could keep playing, it might be the best to just retire and then just do the broadcasting and because it's with the more concussions, it's just easier to get the next concussion.
Yeah, definitely.
So then after this one, it's just going to be easier for him to get the next concussion.
The doctor's going to say don't play, but then it's up to him.
Mm-hmm.
So the individual makes the decision, but they take the risk. It's his risk.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I think he's going to come back and play. That's my call. Because he wants to win the Super Bowl.
I think so too. Yeah. If he gets cleared, I think he's going to come back.
Yep. Okay. We'll see how long that takes.
And
more power to him, though.
Yeah,
if he comes back,
and then hopefully this is a wake up call for the Dolphins.
Yeah,
that was just I turned it off after the injury because it was just. I mean, I watched a little bit with the backup, but it was clear as day that there was no shot.
Yeah.
With the backup, which was also stupid too at McDaniel to not. So the backup quarterback comes in. And they're like in the red zone, and I'm thinking like, all right, this, you know what I would do? Just run the ball 4 times.
Yes.
No. He runs it. He runs it half, throws half. I thought that was stupid.
Yeah.
You don't let the backup QB come in at a crucial part of the game when you can just run the ball 4 times.
Definitely.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Well, I believe in the run. I'm old school.
Me too.
I'm the old school. I think football, this is the old Giant way. With the Giants, they would run the football and play incredible defense, and that's how you win the game. You'd win the game 14-10. That was it. That was the way. That's the way football was. Now they just chuck it every play. It's crazy. But I like the old way: ball control, run the ball, and control the clock.
It's important.
Old school. Especially when you have a backup quarterback in.
Yeah.
I mean, first thing they're going to do is throw an interception. So that's not going to help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got to break them in a little bit.
Yeah.
So the Giants are playing the Commanders. They have to win the game or they're going to be the worst team in the league with the, what were we talking about? The Panthers?
The Panthers are the worst team.
Yeah.
That's an interesting thing with you're saying everyone's always chunking it. I'm just trying to think of a team that I'm trying to think of that's a run team. And I'm looking at all these teams now that there's not this is a run team.
No. Well, Henry can be a run team,
but he's on the Ravens now.
Yeah, he's on the Ravens.
It's not a run team.
No,
it's not the Titans.
The Titans were a run team.
They were, yeah,
because he ran the ball.
Henry.
Yeah, man, he ran everybody over.
That was like the last run team was the Titans with Derrick Henry.
You know what a run team was? When they had Earl Campbell on the Houston Oilers. Oh, yeah. And man, he ran the ball every play. He has no knees left now, He's a nice guy. And by the way, they got an incredible statue of him at the University of Texas in the Hall of Honor. It's like a 10-foot bronze statue of Earl Campbell with the Heisman Trophy. It's amazing. Everybody should see it. They also have Ricky Williams, which I love too. He's in there too. They got these 2 incredible statues for the Heisman Trophy winners at the University of Texas. I recommend everybody see it. It's a pretty amazing venue. It's at the stadium, and it has all of the athletes from history of the University of Texas and all the medals and the trophies and everything that they won. It's pretty amazing afternoon to go and check it out. I strongly recommend it. A lot of fun. Mm-hmm. If you're a sports fan.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yep.
And Mets are still winning 3-0. Any other sports ball topics you want to go over today?
That's a wrap for me tonight. Thanks, fans. We love you.
Yes, thanks, fans. Also, we have a question here.
Okay.
Should the Mets sign Juan Soto and Alex Bregman in the offseason?
Oh my God, yes, they should, but we don't want that.
I mean, yeah, they should, but yeah, like also like
they definitely should. Are you kidding me? Soto's only 25.
Okay, well, I love this question, but like, what would the Mets offer for those?
Well,
like, there's like no one. There's no one on the Mets that I want.
Well, no, I like Bregman too. I think the Astros got to keep.
I guess like Lindor.
Yeah,
but that's the thing too. Like,
I like him.
I'm not gonna trade Bregman for Lindor.
Well, I wouldn't trade Soto for anybody.
That's what I'm saying too. Like, I wouldn't trade Bregman
unless you could get Ohtani.
Yeah. They are free agents. It only costs money.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah, so that's the thing. But the Stros are gonna want to keep Bregman, and then the Yanks are gonna want to keep Soto.
Well, the Yankees definitely want to keep Soto.
Yeah.
But you know what? You got to see what happens in the playoffs first. We got to see what happens in the playoffs. Soto's been incredible all year. I mean, really, he won the game last night with a beautiful, simple single. But he won the game in the 10th inning, clutch. So I think that's what's going to happen. I think he is going to help the Yankees to win in the playoffs. And then we're going to see what we think is our call, the Astros playing the Yankees for the pennant in the American League.
Yep.
That's what we've been calling from day one. Actually, you weren't calling it from day one. You were mad at the Astros.
Yeah.
You said the Astros weren't going to make it.
Yeah.
But they're definitely going to make it.
Trash too.
Well, the pitching got better.
But yeah, we got
better.
Well,
the Yankees don't have Valdez. I don't want to go into the playoff game with Valdez starting the game against me. I'm telling you right now. You don't want that.
Nope.
No. He can win the game.
I don't want him on any other team.
Yeah, no, you can't lose him. Yeah, that'll be interesting to see what happens. He won the World Series for the Astros when they won. Mm-hmm. He was unstoppable. Incredible pitching. So we'll see what happens.
Yep.
The Yankees don't have that good pitching like that. Mm-mm. They got the hits, though. They can hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Any other topics?
That's a wrap tonight.
That's a wrap. And we'll catch you all here tomorrow on Blazing Baseball, blazing through tomorrow's baseball topics. Peace.
Blazing Sports.